Hi, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vikas Mittal, and I'm a global president with Zebia. Today's my topic is about testing in agile, or what really testing in agile means. I know everyone has questions or interpretation of how things should work in agile, or what is testing in agile truly means. I believe there are certain misconceptions about testing in agile which need to be cleared, which need to be answered. What I'm going to cover in my talk today is what does actually agile testing mean? What is the role of automation? What are the challenges faced by testing teams? How we can improve testing? One thing we all need to agree on that everyone wants production releases every 2 weeks or sooner with zero defects. What are the commonly heard terms these days about testing in agile? Agile testing, agile testers. We have companies who are selling certified agile tester as a certification or agile testing framework. In my conversations globally with a lot of testing leaders, all of us believe that there is nothing called agile testing. Testing was and will always be just testing. Agile was an approach which was created to have more collaborative uh, software engineering practices to deliver something which is shippable to the end consumer to get a good early feedback. But I think over a period of time, the agile coaches, the scrum master, the people who believe themselves to be the proponent of agile have created some misconceptions about testing in agile. They One of the biggest misconception is automate everything. I agree we should automate as part of the agile processes, but not everything. You should not be looking at automating user story based test cases, but automate only feature based test cases or end to end user journey based test cases. The other misconception which is propagated with agile was that you don't need testers or agile testing teams. You do need testers because all of us don't have access to developers like Amazon or Facebook of the world. Plus, developers, as we know, do only happy part testing and don't test beyond their own modules. Whereas the testers, as exploratory testers, we test the application from an end user perspective, end to end, and how a user is supposed to use that application. So yes, we are required, and not everyone has to be an SDET or an automation engineer to be on an agile team. Typically, I would summarize that the challenges which are faced by the test team today are stemming from the fact that we focus on automation everything or automate everything, which leads to long regression running cycles because you suddenly have thousands of test cases to automate, execute, and analyze. Testers still face the same problem of non-availability of timely test data or environment. Plus, with the proliferation of automation tools, the other challenges come up in agile teams is every agile team, sprint team, follows their own testing framework, testing tools, which has led to less knowledge sharing, less cross leverage of tools and solutions, less cross leverage of people, ultimately leading to a low level, low coverage of test automation across the product pipeline. So, what is the answer to all these challenges and problems? Intelligent testing. We should focus on being intelligent about testing. We should focus towards more holistic approach to testing, more intelligent selection of test cases, and focus on delivering value. When I say more focused or more holistic approach to testing, I say don't automate everything, identify the right use case for testing, automate only the right use case for testing. Application architectures have changed. No longer you are building monolithic applications, you're building applications which are driven by APIs, driven by microservices, or are using event driven microservices. So test at the layer where the business logic is, which is your APIs and microservices. Don't focus all your testing effort on the UI or don't automate only UI. Automate APIs, automate microservices, and focus major testing effort on APIs and microservices. Application technology has changed. No longer the applications are built only on Java or .NET. Applications are being built end-to-end on JavaScript. So why not we leverage JavaScript-based automation tools so that the same tools and technology can be leveraged by your development team and they can become part of the solution, not the problem. Once you start including a development team as part of the solution, it leads to team acceptance. It leads to the acceptance of quality as a common team goal, not the responsibility of only testers. Establish the right pyramid in technology, team structure, policies. It will give you long-lasting benefits. It will make your testing forward-looking, give you more reliable and scalable test automation, enable faster feedback time, make quality a collective ownership, and bring in what we started with in-sprint automation, automation within a sprint. Meet your definition of done. I think the other aspect which we need to bring to, and which what I call as correlation ring, look at the data which you're capturing as part of your testing tools as part of your engineering tools during the engineering pipeline or post-production. Bring them together to identify what is that 20% of your application which is leveraged by 80% of your customers. Not everyone is using an entire feature or every feature of your application. Just for example, WhatsApp has so many features, but what are the most commonly used? Send message, receive message, share content. Remaining everything else is not really utilized. Same goes for every other application in the world. Focus on the 20%, bring them as your intelligent selection of test cases, test those test cases, automate all those test cases. If you marry these two, you truly get the right solution for testing in Agile and unlock the value of cognitive testing or cognitive automation in your project. My last slide, very important. Measure the value you're delivering. Go beyond the metrics of pass, fail, or defect by severity and priority. Identify what is your first pass percentage of automation, how many test cases automated pass the very first time when you execute. Identify how many test cases you can execute in parallel. That will reduce your overall time to execute. That will give you the confidence that you can run long regression cycles in a short span of time. Focus on total feedback time, not only time taken to execute automation, but on total feedback time. Automate, execute, analyze. That is should be captured. Focus on what percentage of automation, percentage of data you can generate automatically without dependencies. That would enable you to run your automation or perform testing on any environment without dependency on test data on anyone. Finally, identify what percentage of test cases can be executed in pipeline. Focus on that. Bring early feedback time. Bring right layer of automation. Finally, I would summarize by 3 points. Don't automate everything. Identify what to automate, when to automate, and where to automate. Build a collective ownership team culture. Include your developer as part of the solution, not as a problem. Third and most important, measure the value delivered. Focus on creating value, measurable value. And finally, as a testers, a testing community, we should be proud of what we do. Be proud to be a tester, be proud to be an intelligent tester, and go out and solve the problems in agile testing. My name is Vikas Mittal. Reach out to me on LinkedIn, reach out to me on Twitter. I'm more than happy to discuss anyone who has a differentiating view than mine, anyone who needs guidance, anyone who can help me spread the message. Don't remove testers from Agile. Testers are required in Agile. Focus on what is right to be tested in Agile. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend, great week ahead, and enjoy TestFlex, a bench to watch.